Hey, what's up, guys? So I recorded a vlog earlier last night at like 3 in the morning, and then I got copyrighted because my radio was on. So now I'm redoing it, and hopefully I don't forget anything. So pretty much I made a video on Thursday showing you guys that we checked in, we went to Cheesecake Factory, and there was really nothing exciting. Wanted to make a video Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, there was just so much shit going on. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to, but I couldn't do it. Plus, the team wasn't really, we're not a very social team. I'm probably the most, social person. So no one really wanted to do vlogs. No one really wanted to do that. So, yeah. So that left me kind of not able to. So anyways, Friday, right? So Friday happens. We wake up and we head straight to the venue at 12. So we all hop in my van. We get there. The venue's pretty cool. Initial glance, everything looks pretty fucking nice. So we show up, we buy our apparel. I got some for one of the members on the Beyond forums. We got the Final Boss t-shirt right here, which actually looks pretty dope. And then we also got the Final Boss hoodie, which also looks pretty dope. And it's Nike, and it's nice, and I fucking like it. Hoodie was 60, shirt was 20, so I got to ship out his. So after the apparel, we got a tour. Some guy from MLG whose name I don't remember. I'm really sorry if you're watching it. I suck with names. He gives me and our team a tour because we were the first team there, as well as my wife. So we got to see the pro lounge. We got to see, all the recording stuff, all their studio setup behind the scenes. We got to go up to the casting booth and see how, where Walshy and all them sat. Pretty much got to see the whole thing. It was really cool because my wife didn't have a pass and she was able to go back there before the event started. They did Jimmy John's catering at around 2 o'clock, so that way we had food in the back. And then that was pretty much it. And then next thing we know, our game is at 4 against Noble. So the way the warm-ups worked were you got to warm up an hour before your match started. So since our match was at 4, we started practicing at 3. So dedicated servers was a whole new world. Dedicated servers, everything's different. Like the railgun timing is different. Throwing a sticky around a corner is different. Throwing a needle at someone, like the little splinter nade at someone, is different. The timing's just different. It's very strange. It's almost like if you played CSGO and you went from matchmaking to ESEA or to CEVO or something. It's pretty much just like that. So we start up our game, and it honestly wasn't that bad. So game 1 we got wrecked. Game 2 we pulled through. Chance did a really good job carrying. I think he went 22-8. Ultimately just doing a really great job. That gave us game 2, and game 3 and 4 didn't end so well. I don't have the stats, but they were pretty bad. I mean, I have the stats, but I'm not gonna give them to you guys. I mean, if they're published by someone, that's fine, but I'm not trying to put people on blast. Certain people did really bad, certain people did really well, certain games weren't the best, certain were. We're not about to do that to people. So that was an unfortunate loss. Everyone kind of took it poorly. Mentally, the whole team literally went into a slump, which was unfortunate because before we even went to the event, we didn't think we were going to win. Like, realistically, we did not expect to win. We thought we'd maybe cause an upset against Elevate, but that was pretty much it. So fast forward to our game at 9 against Elevate, and everything's backed. Like, everything's delayed, there's problems, there's audio issues all day. And we get on main stage, and I know me personally, some of you guys might have saw on Twitch during the stream, I was talking to the ref for like a long time, man. My headset didn't work. I couldn't fucking hear, and I kept saying like I can't hear him. Oh, I can hear him, but now I can't hear him. So eventually, like, the ref's like, look, man, this is what you got, and everybody's playing on the same stuff. This is what they're dealing with over there on red side. So you're gonna, you got to make it work. Can you make it work? So I was like, yeah, whatever, man. I'm not gonna be the guy when we're already 40 minutes delayed that argues over, audio issues when no one else has. That's not what I'm going to do. So, I mean, that was a crazy thing. So anyway, so the game starts, and I can't fucking hear. Sentences are cutting early. Chance ended up, like, yelling at me, like, looking at me, like, hey, he's one shot right next to you. And I'm like, dude, and I looked at him and the ref, like, dude, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Chance. Like, I can't hear you in game. So it was really bad, and had I known what I know now, I would have said something. Knowing now, like, I saw the tweets, fucking Ogre, Hoax, Spartan, or not, Ryanoob, Ninja. I mean, everybody that sat in that seat right there couldn't hear. It was that seat specifically, and it's really unfortunate. Fortunately, they did replace the mix amps, but the damage was already done. You know, they weren't going to replay those games. So that's how Elevate went down. I also didn't argue it because we probably weren't going to win anyways, and I didn't want to be the guy who makes a replay for just to get 3 out again, because it would look like an excuse. And in reality, we weren't practiced enough. We didn't deserve those wins, and if we did get them, we wouldn't have earned them. Like, we didn't practice. We never went over film. It just wasn't earned. It really wasn't. So we got what we earned. We made it to top 16 because that's all the practice that we put in to get. We didn't put in the practice to get top 8. So that was Friday. Some other things that happened Friday that were pretty funny and cool. So the Noble squad, when we played them, I had space between my monitor to where I could see Calm Mentality, Tyler, across the side. And every time this motherfucker kills me, or, you know, whatever, like so like mid-match, right, he just slaughters me and then teabags me. And I'm like, this guy. So I look over and he's just like staring at me all creepy and retarded, like, and it sparked this whole thing. So like in between matches we're playing rock paper scissors, you know, like we're just kind of fucking around. Like, it was just really funny. I mean, we tried, don't get me wrong, like it was a competition, but it was a friendly competition. So I have a lot of respect for that team for, you know, they're humble, you know, they keep their ego down, but they're hungry, like they want to win. So I got a lot of respect for them that I didn't know I had. Elevate's team, no real social interaction. We introduced ourselves, we met, but they weren't very social, we weren't very social, so, I mean, I can't really judge them much. Kind of it, I didn't really meet a whole lot of other people. I met people, but I didn't really, like, meet people. Like, it was just, hey, I'm Kephrii, oh, hey, hi, I'm Burton, you know, so I was like, okay. So, fast forwarding to Saturday. So, Saturday morning, I made the joke to my wife, I was like, hey, I bet you Levi and John don't wear their apparel. Like, I bet you there's no more hoodie, no t-shirt, nobody's repping this. And sure enough, we show up at the event and they're not repping it. It's just me and Chance, and I was like, well, this is awkward. I don't blame them. I made the joke we should spin the needle to the other side based on the amount of kills we got, but apparently that wasn't very funny. So we woke up around 1 or 2 though, and we headed to the event around 2:30. That way we were there at 3 o'clock, because that's when warm-up was for our 4 o'clock CLG match, yeah, which we didn't need to play because we were already out. Really, there was really no purpose to playing other than we didn't want to look rude and unsportsmanlike for not playing. And that's not to say that Envy forfeiting the match against Winter Fox was unsportsmanlike, because they had a really good reason. So Envy got knocked out. The Winter Fox match meant nothing because both teams were already out. And then it was also a main stage event. So Envy made the decision, look, this is irrelevant, it's a waste of time, we're already behind in production, let's fast forward the venue, and then let's also give someone else a chance to go on main stage. So a lot of respect for them for doing that. They're going to come back strong. Envy is a really good team, and it's unfortunate the communication issues that, you know, Tuger had. I think a lot of games could have went differently. The Optic, the Renegades, and the fucking Envy matches. I really think they could have went differently. Could have. You know, you never know. So we're playing CLG game 1. You know, my family sends me this message, and it's like, hey, if you don't beat CLG, don't come home. So I tweeted out, and I'm like, Lethal, please, Lethal. We play game 1, get slaughtered, and Lethal sends me a tweet like in mid-match, like right at the end, you know, it's loading, and I hear the vibrate, and I check, and it just says RIP from Lethal. So that made me laugh. It was pretty funny guy. You know, game 2 and game 3, I thought I did pretty well. Like, game 2 was like 50-22 Slayer, and I had 10 of the kills and 9 deaths. So I felt like I held my own. I tried my best. Just, they were swarming us from all angles, man. There's no way. Like, just, we didn't have the teamwork or communication necessary to even get out of a stake. Game 3, Fathom. That was a brutal game. I think I went like 11-9. I got the only flagpole. Once again, same thing. Like, they were swarming the spawns, and we couldn't get out. It was just bad. It was really bad. So we got 3-0'd by them. Big surprise. Let's see what else. So after that, I had a friend from the army actually show up. Like, literally, we're in the match, and he's there. He doesn't have a spectator pass. He just walked right in. I guess nobody cared. So that was pretty cool. So I got to show him around, show him the pro lounge, show him all the food, show him kind of like the tour, really. I stuck around to watch Noble take the games against Elevate, which was really cool because a lot of teams thought that Elevate was going to 3-0 Noble, and it was totally the opposite. And so it was really funny to watch that. Mad respect to Elevate, no disrespect intended. They grind hard and they're really good. They shit on us. So that was pretty much it for that. So I stuck around a little bit longer, watched the Allegiance games, which were crazy. That Stronghold game was crazy. And if you haven't seen it yet, the ending, whew, So after that, we went to Sakura's, got some dinner. Chance, myself, my wife, and Myers did. And then from there, us four, well no, it was just Myers and I and my wife, we went over to Noble's room just to throw a little celebration, saying, hey, congratulations on making it to Worlds, Brought over some cocktails, brought over some drinks, some beers, 6-pack, and, just a little party saying, hey, good job. Apart from that, nothing really happened Saturday. I mean, our group chat the whole day, from like wake up to night, no messages. Nobody really wanted to talk. Nobody had anything to say. It was just really depressing. And it was unfortunate to know that everyone was so upset when we knew that we were coming into this not expected to win. Like, we knew we weren't practiced enough. We knew we didn't have the necessary time to get what we wanted out of it. So, yeah. Sunday, woke up late, probably around noon. Games were already on. We pulled the streams up. Chance and I were roommates, so we had the streams up just watching. Really nothing to do. No reason to go to the venue. And that's when we're like, well, maybe we should just go home. Should we just start watching the streams on the way home because we have a 6.5-hour drive? And then I'm looking at my phone and I see Levi's already gone. So I guess Levi left at noon. So at 2 o'clock or like 1:30, he sends us a message saying, hey, I'm already home. So that was kind of shitty. Like, I didn't get to say bye to Levi. I didn't get to, say, hey, nice to meet you. Cool playing with you. Really weird, but, I mean, respect him still. I mean, he still sent us a message saying, hey, nice to meet you. We still paid our respects through messages. So that was pretty much it. I mean, that was really the weekend. The communication issues, Noble we tried, we got beat, we got outskilled. Elevate, we had comm issues and we sucked. I mean, I think the Regret Slayer match, we were so discoordinated at one point. One of our players was 0-10 at one point. I mean, it was brutal. I mean, just the communication was not there. I couldn't talk and I couldn't hear, so it sucked. And the graphic issues. They had Vito's face with my name and my name with Vito's face. Levi and Chance were flip-flopped gamer tags, so nobody really knows who was who and who did what. But from my understanding, the Twitch stream was talking about how I all of a sudden became black and got an afro, and John all of a sudden became a white male. So it was very interesting how all that went down. But that's really the whole weekend. Apart from that, the only other thing, we had like OverDrive shirts that we gave out to some people, which was pretty cool. Even after we lost the 3-0 to Elevate, we had a guy come up asking if he could buy one, and I'm like, damn, dude, I should have to pay you to wear this. But the only other thing that we got was this pretty cool box. So on Sunday they gave us these little crates. I'm sure you've seen one on Twitter by now. And these little crates were given to all the teams, and they have 3 things in them. So one, they have an Xbox Elite controller, which is pretty cool, and then it has a 12-month gold subscription card thing, and then it also has this little note with all the signatures of the 343 guys, which is really cool. Pretty much just says, by being here, you've proven yourself as one of the best Halo athletes in the world, and then it thanks you for supporting the esports scene and making it what it is today. And it's kind of cool because at first I thought all the signatures were like photocopied and mass produced. But then I compared it with some other guys, and they're not. They're actually all hand signed, and there's only 80 of these because 16 teams, 5 people per team. So it's kind of cool. Even the coach got one. So Jorge, Levi's friend who coached us, he even got one, which is pretty dope. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot to bring back. It was a great experience for me, being a new event and being one of my first real events, and getting to meet everybody, seeing how it socially works, seeing how just the events run. Things that I can do differently in the future with the comms and how I can speak up more and be more confrontational about fixing it. Just a lot of takeaways. I'm really excited for Season 2. I'm ready to start my grind. I'm going to be on Halo right after I finish this video. I'm hoping I can grind, and hopefully I'll be in the same spot, maybe even further next season. You know, I really want to keep my name established and show that I can keep doing this. But yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll reply as soon as I can, or hit me up on Twitter. Thanks for watching, guys.